Right, hello everyone, and welcome to GRS F2, where we are just getting the lobby started up shortly. I need to check something. Right. Yeah, hopefully we have a clean race today, as I've got to commentate again. Fantastic. Yeah, cool. I think we are good to go in a sec, so I'll get the stream swapped over in just a moment, and we'll be underway. Final quick glance for everything. One driver hasn't showed up. Other than that, yeah. Just gonna give the ready up. I don't care. Someone's missing. Sorry, problem. Okay, so I don't know. It's a bit peak, but oh my, that was the fastest ready up I've ever seen. Fantastic. Let's get the stream swapped over. Hopefully, no major disconnects or anything. Because the game's stupid and likes to disconnect people randomly when they're loading. It looks like it could be a few. This is not looking ideal. Come on. This could be like 5. I think we have 1. Just the 1, okay. That is very good compared to normal. Oh, this thing's so stupid, honestly. Anyways, we are here at night in Jeddah. Luckily, we don't have that issue like we had yesterday when we were randomly at day, because for some reason the realistic time likes to put it in the day. Mitch is there, so there'll be more. Mitch was only involved in 1 report yesterday, compared to the majority of people who were involved in 5 each. Blake's here though. Blake obviously won the race and had a very clean drive the whole way through. Good race from Blake and deserving to get to show himself in F2. So we'll see how we can perform today. Blake rocked me true. You had a good race yesterday, but yeah. Blake is a really good driver. He's very fast and definitely one of the fastest out of the F2 guys, as Harry is reconnected, which is great. Good to see, as yeah, I don't know, they need to fix the issues with the game. Like, just joining a lobby is just so awkward because of the amount of times you can just completely just get thrown out, and it's not your fault. It used to be like if you were tabbed off, but now it sort of just does it randomly to people, which, yeah, I don't know, I don't get. I don't understand how to make the game with this many glitches, but looks like Blake's going to be the first one out here to set a lap in Jeddah, so let's see what the F2 driver can do. I think he started, was he? No, I don't know where he was in quali yesterday. I want to say he didn't quite make the front row, did he? I don't know. I think he might have been P4. I'd have to fact check myself, but yeah. Let's go on board with Blake then for the first lap of this session, as he's heading down now towards turns 1 and 2. Quick chicane to start off the lap, or not really quick, but I guess it's sort of medium speed corner, and just about keeps it in the track limits there. And now heads then towards turn 4, throws it in nicely, and on the throttle, just carrying as much minimum speed as possible, and keep it close, tight to the wall here through 9, then run it through 10, 11 and 12. All these like minor adjustments count as corners, which is strange, as braking at 50 meters for turn 13, up to 5th gear on exit, and again another corner about just keeping the minimum speed up, and then into turns, I think that's 17 and 18 we're already at, because yeah, the corners are just weird. This is 19, 20 and then 21, even though it's straight. But yeah, chucking it into 22 and 23, you want to again just carry as much speed as possible, and it's looking like a tidy lap. Good for a banker as Blake now heads through the final corner of turn 27 on the power in 3rd gear, and they're running it up to the line. What is it going to be for the F3 driver? It's a 30.001. Starts him off nicely today, as is a Mercedes. We're in the final corner, which will be Adam Lapage, who comes to the line with a 30.9 for his first lap. This is starting his lap, so it'll be Anson who's invalidated. So, who else have we got? We have Jan Nader in the McLaren, a 102.3 middle sector. I remember the whole time we're getting 101s in the middle sector towards the end of the session. So, a good start for a banker, it seems, and it's a 30.3 as Ivanek goes fastest with a 27.9, which is a good lap, as everyone just getting a feel for the track, getting some early lap times in here, as Lasse Rasmussen will be next, and seems like he might have made a mistake on that lap, as Cameron Don goes quickest by 7/10. Yeah. Anyways, Adam Bradshaw will not be next to the line, he's going into the pit lane, as I think Harry is a bit further through the lap, and seems to be going well. Let's see what the middle sector split is going to be, as it is a 1 minute 1.4. This is looking like a good lap from the Alpine. Gets it really nice through 22 and 23 as well, as now heading around this long DRS straight into the final corner. Shifts down to 3rd, keeping much speed through the corner. And now up to the line. It's going to be a 29.1 just behind Cameron, as Lewis Pearce also did a 29.4 and Linus a 29.6. But we were on board with Harry there. So, 11 drivers with a valid lap time so far. And Cameron Don leads the way just about over Harry Wales, as Wanker's in the 29s. The track definitely ramps up heavily here, which is something we'll see throughout the session. And well, it seems like Caleb's on another lap here in the Alfa Romeo, carrying as much speed as he can through sector 1. Looks very tidy there. So that is a 2.5 tenths improvement in the first sector. Bit deep into 13 though. Obviously Caleb was fighting for the title last season, so he'll be looking for a strong race here today to get himself back on track in the season a bit more to see what he can do as a. That's now a 3/10 improvement for the Alfa Romeo. And what seemed like a good middle sector, so he might have lost a bit of time in the final corner. On his previous run, I'm not too sure. As around the final corner here, and now heading up to the line. What time is it going to be for the Alfa Romeo? It's a 29.5, puts in P4 for Nate, which is respectable. As this seems to be lagging around a bit. I'll keep an eye on that. Some very nice through there. A lot of drivers taking turn 22 with a lot of confidence, which is good to see. You've got to be right on the limit to maximise the time pretty much everywhere here at Jeddah, and it's nice to see the drivers are making the most of the track that's being provided to them, as Anson comes to the line and goes just behind his teammate in P5 for now. And this has invalidated, so we'll have a look at his teammate. He's going for his first lap of the session. Oh well, not his first lap of the session, but to get a lap on the board. As he heads now across the sector 1 split, 32.9. That is... I don't know really. I'm not going to make any comparisons to times that I know because, well, quality is a lot different to time trial, so you can't really compare them that much. You can compare them a bit, but at the end of the day, the track's going to be completely different in a qualifying session, as it's a 101.9 middle sector. I think that's the same as what Anson did. So, looks like he should be able to get a time similar of that to Anson, as McLaren gives him a bit of a slipstream actually. Moves it the way as well, so he's not going to be impeding his lap, and that means the Red Bull can they come up to the line and sets a 29.5 split in the two Alfa Romeo. Sets the same time as Caleb actually. Massive X8 there again in the Aston. And let's see, he's half a tenth up in sector 1, 32.9 as well. Matches Bradshaw in the first sector. So we'll see if he can keep this one up. Throws it nicely into 17 and 18, not abusing too much of the curbs, which you can quite comfortably get away with doing, as middle sector is going to be a 101.7, so 2/10 improvement so far. Maybe not as much speed carried through turn 22 as we've seen from others, but keeping it in the track limits, and it is tidy nonetheless. So it's all about the final corner for Ivanek here, and it looks quite good, as up to the line. It's going to jump him up to P4 and put him on a 29.5 as well. Right, I can see we have a McLaren of Champ on a lap. No, he's not on the lap, he's recharging, ready for a lap. He's getting a bit of a slipstream from Adam, who's going to the pit lane. Oh wait, not Adams. Oh, Champ's also going in. Blake was on a lap, improved by 2/10, but that doesn't improve his position for now, as I believe Jan also just improved by 3/10. Again, doesn't increase his position though, as there we go. Linus has displaced Cameron from first place for now, with a 28.9. As Lewis Pierce out here in the Ferrari. Got his teammate just up the road as well, so let's see where the Ferrari drivers can place themselves, as I've seen Adam Lapidge has gone up to P11 in his Mercedes, and Lassie goes to the pits while Lewis Pierce goes fastest of all with a 28.7. Very respectable lap. As Cameron goes to the pit lane, presumably to swap tyres. Jan seems to have made a mistake somewhere there. Ennis has invalidated and is going to let the Mercedes through. But yeah, interesting start. People are just slowly raising the bar here. As Anson is off it again in the Alfa Romeo. And drops it to 4th, carrying as much speed as possible. Roger, can you get an invite? You can get an invite. Let's hope it doesn't crash my game. There you go. Anson is 4.5 tenths up in Sector 1 alone. With a very fast Sector 1 actually, 28.6. Out of what we've seen so far, I'm not sure. I think Lewis Pierce probably matched that. But that is a good time for the first sector. As Anson looks to be going very fast on this lap. Taps the wall a bit. Ah, that's kind of messed up his lap there, really, unfortunately. I think he'll probably jump back into the pits, grab a fresh set of tyres and go for one more run. As his teammate Caleb's improving here as well. So we'll see how Caleb's doing. About a 10th up again. Taps the same wall as Anson, and both Alfa Romeos making the same mistake there. Unfortunately for them, as Anson goes to P3. But that lap could have been probably a lot more. There's not many cars out on track right now, but it doesn't look like Lassie's going to be the first driver to start the final run. As let's see what the Ferrari can do. Currently sits P12, a track that's very difficult to hook up a lap, especially when you know you need to get a lap in. And I think he might have probably fueled up for an extra lap just in case he needs to back off in case he invalidates or makes a mistake somewhere. But yeah, let's have a look what he can do. As down into turn 1, braking just after the 100 metre board, drops it to 3rd, staying off the curbs, which I mean, I'd recommend cutting absolutely all of them, but you know, oh, that's a minor invalidation. That's really rough. So we'll swap to Blake then. Currently P9 with a 29.7 in this session. As very respectable, considering Blake is an F3 driver. Well, let's see how much faster he can go. We know his, I think his quality time was a low 29 yesterday, I want to say. Like a 29.3. So he's got the time in the bag that he can find. So let's see if he's going to be able to do that here. As bringing it through Sector 1 nicely. And some very good rhythm through there. And that shows with a 2.5 tenths improvement. And now through turn 13, has a bit of a snap on exit, manages to keep it facing the right way though, which is what is important, as there's a whole heap of cars in Sector 1 at the moment. I would not want to be starting a lap as Blake making a bit of a mistake there, had a bit of a tap on the wall, and that might have cost him quite a bit on this lap. As over the middle sector split, he's a 10th down, so I think this is going to be full send to the end of the lap for him. Yeah, everyone's going to be coming right at the end of the session here to finish off their laps. What can Blake do? Is the question. as he managed to find enough time to turn this lap into an improvement. He looks like he has, but just not quite enough, I don't think, for any position gain. It's definitely possible for him, however, unfortunately he's not going to improve as Ennis is just starting his lap. I now need to figure out who's actually on the lap and who isn't. Vanek's just starting, Ennis is also just starting, so would that be Lewis Pierce? He's going to be the last one to the line. So it is going to be Bradshaw who is not improving. So that'll be Harry Wales, who's about even on his time coming into the final corner. So he's going to go for a big send in, try and get as much speed through the corner as possible. And up to the line now. It's going to not be an improvement, unfortunately, for him. As Mitch in the final corner, he doesn't want to be impeding Lassay, but Lassay's also backed off. So they're both going to go to the pit lane. As I think that's Cameron. Cameron's invalidated, so he's not going to be improving here. Jan is 4.5 tenths up in the McLaren, so could gain some places here. Jumps all the way to P6 for the McLaren. That's a good result. Caleb Boy is not going to improve here, it seems. Blake has also backed off of his lap as Ennis around the final corner now for his one and only lap in the session. It's going to be P11 for Ennis. As Champ jumps up to P10 ahead of him. On the Astons is next. That's Vanek to 6. Can Linus go fastest? He can with a 28.5, but I think Lewis Pierce is still 8 there. He's improving slightly. Can he take that pole position back away from the Aston Martin? Up to the line now, and he can't. So, that is going to be your grid. Linus takes pole by 2 tenths over Lewis Pierce here. And they will be ranked off the first row with Anson and Cameron on the second, Harry Wells and Marek Ivanek on the third, with Jan and Cameron on the fourth, Adam Bradshaw and Champ Hansen on the fifth row, with Blake Ward and Ennis on the sixth, Adam Lapage and Lassay on the seventh, with Mitch and Rogerwell on the eighth, as Rogerwell's been kicked from the session. I can re-invite like just before the race starts. It better not beat me out, otherwise I'm not going to be happy. So, everyone connecting, hopefully. Just waiting on Ennis, and we are good to go. Don't worry, I will get you back invited, Rogerwell. If I can do that. Okay, that's useful. There you go. My invite should have worked. And you should be able to get back in, as the race will be starting in 25 seconds. So let's see. How this one's going to go. Hopefully less chaos than yesterday. I'm sure if anyone saw yesterday's race out of these lot, then they'll try and be a bit more careful. As the lights are coming on now, and we go to 5 red lights here in Jeddah. And it's lights out, and we are away, as it looks like a good start from Linus. Also a good start from the AlphaTauri of Cameron Don, who's going to try to sweep it around the outside, but he's gone off the track there, and he's got a 3-second penalty already for corner cutting. And there's already a VSC. That was fast. That was very fast. Right, mix of mediums and Lapage on the softs. Okay. Yeah, I have no clue how that's happened. Roger seems to be going again. Ennis. So you got damage, he's missing an end plate. Lassie he's also missing a front wing. I think that's all the damage though. There's now we're just gonna wait for the VSC to end. And I thought it was gonna end then, but it didn't. But yeah, Ennis will lead us away once the VSC does end. Managing to maintain his position from the start, which is always good. And when is this VSC going to end is the question. It could end in a very awkward spot. I think they'll be hoping it's ending there. Cameron's got the battery on, so I assume it's going to be ending, and it is. As we're back to green flag running here in Saudi Arabia. As Linus leads the way, Anson was close to the back of Ivanek there, but can't quite put the pressure on. I think this is all going to just be about staying in that DRS train for as long as you can, and that's going to be the important thing here. So let's say going to the pit lane, that's why it's been an overtake. But yeah, just last saying Ennis in on the first lap here, which is a lot better than yesterday, as we've got something going on here. Caleb moving up to 5th place ahead of Anson and Harry Wales. As Harry is going to try put the Alfa Romeo of Anson under pressure here. Runs a bit off track, and he's going to put the battery on to go for the move on the outside here. So there you go, around the outside for the Alpine driver, as we can see Jan and Blake side by side as well, just behind. As there you go, everyone filtering through nicely. Harry does make the move. Jan stays in 8th there, and there gets a chance to attack Anson. Does Anson have damage? No. But as I'm saying that, there's been a move for the lead. Cameron Don's made a move. This is going to be interesting to follow all the action, as Blake trying to get past Anson here. As he's now back past Jan. And we've also got the two Adams fighting. Lapage trying to get around the outside of Bradshaw here. And on the soft tyres, he's going to make that move up into 10th place. So, the front four are sort of breaking away. Aston Martin doing well, I'll say that. As well, Caleb's going to need to just try and stay in the DRS, as it is now activated, so the drivers will be able to use that to their advantage, which I'm sure is going to increase the amount of battling up and down the grid as a whole. And well, on lap 3 here, we have, I think, Bradshaw making a bit of a mistake in the Red Bull as he's reigned. Lewis Pierce just dropping touch to the front 2 at the moment a little bit, but he's managed to drag himself back to that DRS range. I think that's going to be close. Did he get it? He did get it, so he's going to get the aid of the DRS, but he's going to need to stay in that range, as this is also getting a bit of a slipstream from Cameron, who does have that 3-second time penalty that he'll have to think about. As Sham right on the back of Mitch here. I think Sham's going to be going for the move on the Hash driver. As it looks like he's going to pick the outside into the final corner. As he's braking earlier, getting the switch back, and he's also going to get the DRS. As I've seen, Harry Wells has moved up to 5th place ahead of Caleb White, and Champ's now going to go for the move on Mitch down into turn 1. And there you go. Oh, That's me clicking away from the move. But, yep, there you are. Oh, Mitch is in a wall. Whoops. I can't take control of the car. Well, that's not ideal. I don't know what I can do about that. I can't lie. But that's a safety car. Wait, you in control now? No, this still looks like an AI driving, or is it? No, I'm pretty sure that's an AI driving. Yeah, that's definitely an AI. Based on the jittery acceleration and braking. I guess the best thing we could do is probably a restart after the sprint to try and get you in for the main race. Shouldn't take too much time. Does anyone want to pit here? I don't think they do. Yeah, no one's interested in pitting. So. Yeah, I don't know why the game's not letting you take control is stupid. I don't understand, really. Right. Safety car in a sprint. Brings Ennis back into this as well as the last seat. Mitch as well. As we're gonna have. I mean, I don't think the safety car can come in this lap. Or actually, on a sprint, it might be able to, because normally it has to complete a full lap before going in. Hopefully, that's different than on a sprint, because well, stupid. But yeah, just remind me in a few laps, and then we can just get the session restarted for the main race, so you can take control of your car. Right. Safety car will not be in this lap, or will it? No, it will be. Based on how Cameron's driving, it will be in this lap. No, it won't. I don't know why Cameron was leaving such a big gap. I'm now confused. I thought maybe I missed a message, but I guess not. So yeah. Well, my brain's struggling to think. Yeah. Alright. We should be getting away again on this lap. There's everyone is on the back of the train. Honestly, this is why I hate safety cars. I just zone out so much and it just doesn't help with me trying to think of stuff to say. That's where I need someone to join me, like we've had Ian for the past 2 weeks, but just me today. So yeah. Right. We're gonna have a 3-lap sprint to the end here then. Safety car is in this lap, so Cameron Don will lead us away. It's going to be crucial for him as he has got that 3-second time penalty, which is going to affect him. But I'm sure people are going to want to win it on track regardless, so, you know, Cameron could definitely be getting put under pressure. Is he going to go at the final corner? He's not. But he's gone there, and he's actually got quite a big gap to Linus there. 7/10. He's timed that restart very well as Harry Wales putting the battery on. He's going to go for a send on the outside of Marek in the Aston. And there's an Alfa Romeo coming flying in there as Lewis Pierce nearly loses the car, it looks like. As everyone's trying to be careful. As Ellis seems to have had a bit of a spin at the back. And, well, everyone's pretty much head to tail here as Lewis Pierce has lost a lot of time as Harry Wells is going to move himself up into 3rd place, and Adam Bradshaw's had a crash, which is not ideal for him. And that is Harry Wells up into P3. And, yeah. Oh, his teammates binned it in the same place, I think. Some sort of Red Bull murder corner there. Just put some oil on the track. Right there. Just to, you know, inconvenience him. Does Lewis Pierce have damage? He seems to be struggling. Maybe he just didn't fire the tyres up. But Ivanek and Caleb scrapping over P5 here. Crucial points in the sprint. Can be very useful to pick up those points as Blake lining one up here on Ivanek. And he's going to put the battery on to have an attack on the Aston Martin driver. But there's not the space there as Ivanek brakes a bit later. Manages to get the car stopped though, not going to the back of Caleb, who is looking for a move on Lewis Pierce. And seems to be yellow flags, that's Anson in the Alfa Romeo. And Harry Wales has picked up a 3-second time penalty as well for multiple warnings, which isn't ideal. As Caleb looking to attack Lewis Pierce here. But it doesn't look like he's going to be able to get past the Ferrari driver there, but he's got a good exit out of turn 18. So maybe I think he's just going to need to wait for DRS on the final lap to launch a proper attack. As this is all for crucial positions here, heading on to the final lap of the sprint race. As Caleb is going to put the battery on, as DRS will be enabled, but I think Caleb maybe should save his battery a bit. Wait for the DRS to use the battery as well. As Lasse and Adam are side by side through turn 1 and 2, and Adam's going to go for the switchback, but can't quite make it work. As Ivanek trying to put Caleb under pressure to make a move on Lewis, but He's just dropping a bit further back as I think Lasse's had to spin. Seems to be a common place for people to make a mistake through the twists and turns to sector 1. And well, Caleb's right on the back of Lewis here, so I think he is going to be going for a move soon. He's got a good exit there, so he's going to be able to put the pressure on with the DRS and the battery. But Ivanek has spent all of his battery, so he's not going to be able to put the pressure on. Caleb literally almost bumping Lewis here, as Ivanek's also trying to get involved in this. This could be interesting coming into the final corner, as Cameron Don is going to win on track, but it's going to be Linus after penalties, as side by side between Lewis Pearce and Caleb White. And now in the DRS, who's going to come out on top here? And it's going to be Lewis Pearce by 31 thousandths, and look at that, everyone riding right on top of each other. Roger, well, if you're still here, just let me know how you got on with getting in the car. If it didn't work, then okay, yeah, it seems like we're just gonna... Alright, there we go. Alright, there are your time penalties. There are everything. Race director? We're not going to get one of those. Shame. Right. Sorry about me being quiet. We're currently just sorting out a lobby restart. Right, we're just sorting out the new lobby. Awkward situation where we have to restart here, unfortunately. This will take hopefully no more than like a few minutes. Right. Okay. This is fine. Okay. Right, let's see how quick we can get this done. I'm also going to get to inviting people as quick as I can. Cameron. Right. That should be, I think, everyone missing invited now. No, not quite. Just checking through the lobby settings, but they seem fine. Right, that is 13 people, 14, 2 more to get into the lobby. Fairly swift restart. For standards, we're missing Anson and someone else, Lewis Pierce. Just one more driver to join, and we'll be good to go. Right. I've literally just been completely silent, sorry. But yeah, we're inviting pretty much everyone in there. Okay. Still don't have it. There we go, Anson is in. There, the grid could be set. Cool. Right, okay. We have 16 people. Come on. Just waiting for the clear. Right, off we go again. Only took 10 minutes-ish. Okay. We are good to go then. Hopefully it doesn't beat anyone, because that's just unfortunate if it does. But yeah. The joys of sprint races and issues with lobbies and everything. Ah, now we just hope people connect. That's like 5, 6. We're about half done. Surely not. Just Noodles who needs to connect now. And he's disconnected again. So it seems like Harry has issues getting in the lobby. But yeah. That was his first DC. Disconnected in the last time as well, when we were joining the lobby. I need to quickly invite him back. Where is he on my friends list? There we go. EA invites always work better, it seems. So I hope that works. Okay, there we go. He's managed to get back in, that's good. As we're going to be going to the 5 red lights now. So, or are we? Yes, we are. So, 5 red lights are coming on now here in Jeddah. And we are away for the second time today, just about, as Harry's AI's got an amazing start, and that is Mitch in a wall. As, I don't know how he's done that off the start. But everyone seems to be making it through just okay at the moment, which is good. As we pull up the tyres, most people on the hard tyre, so they will be probably being a bit more careful off the start, as Harry has rejoined in third at least, so that's a positive. Hopefully you can sort of get some sort of yourself as that's Lewis Pearce into the wall. That's a VSC. Whew. That's a piece of front wing gone. He didn't have a setup. Great. This is just this game. It's just stupid. Like, we can't unfortunately restart every single time one person disconnects off a restart, because we never get a race going, unfortunately. And yeah, it's just painful. But another lap on VSC. It's deja vu for Linus. But yeah. Lewis has unfortunately had to deal with a restart and succumbed to unfortunately retiring from the session here on lap 1. As I think the session start time should be, I think I'm going to put it to, what's it called? Late evening, because that's what it seems to be, instead of midnight. I mean, midnight works, but late evening. Oh, that's for future reference. Future knowledge for myself. Don't do sprint races at night races, because it makes it... Well, at Jeddah. Oh my god, that's a good restart from Cameron. Risky, but it's worked. I'll tell you that. Harry's also had to start on mediums because he didn't have a choice. That's painful. That's really unfortunate for him. As Mitch has gone to the pit lane, same with Rogerwell, so they picked up damage. Well, we saw Mitch got damage and Rogerwell got it, I think. When the VSC was released, I saw a bit of front wing coming into turn 30. Turn 13. I can't speak, but nevertheless, Harry's still going to put the pressure on in the Alpine. He's got the medium tyres, so I'm sure he's still going to try his best this race to get something out of it. And you know what? There's a good chance that he can do so. As Anson looking for a move maybe on Jan. That's not going to work though there, unfortunately, for him. But he is going to get the move in the end. As Adam Lapidge also close to the back of this. And just thinking about a move, but he's not going to send anything dangerous as Harry sets the fastest lap of the race here. Which now goes to Adam Bradshaw instead and keeps changing the further down we go. That'll probably be because of the VSC. But yeah, Cameron leads the way from Linus and Harry as see Harry looking for a move maybe on Linus here, but he's just going to have to wait a bit longer as these three have completely dropped Marek behind. Which is going to be important until there's a safety car. As Harry slightly brushes the wall there. And I don't think he's going to go for a move as Adam Lapidge and Adam Bradshaw both got past Jan. I assume Jan made a mistake as he seems to have lost a lot of time. Back to this, are we going to see a move? I don't think we are. Someone who might make a move is Blake, and the Alfa Romeos have also swapped positions behind, as Blake is going to be up to P4 in the Haas. And well, there you go. That is move completed, as Adam Lapidge now trying to get a move done on the first Alfa Romeo of Caleb. As Bradshaw's into the pit lane for a front wing change. But the front three are still still leaving, but yeah, that gap's up to 3 seconds to Blake now. And well, I don't know, the gap just seems to be getting bigger and bigger at the moment, but yeah, corner quitting on regular, surely not. Is it? No, it's on strict. The track limits are just weird here. But yeah, I don't know, track limits just make no sense. As I keep getting lag spikes, this is great. What is wrong with my game? It's been doing this for the past few days randomly, and I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. The penalties are so weird. I don't understand it really. It's like Cameron got one in the sprint race when he went cut turn 1 a bit, but you can go flying off the track wherever and it just won't even ping you for warnings, which, yeah, I don't know. Really strange. At the moment, it seems like well, you got the front 3 and then you've got this group of cars here, all close as Caleb does pick up the first penalty of the day for track limits. As it looks like Linus is starting to put a bit more pressure on Cameron. He's got a full battery as well, as Cameron's down to 70%. Harry has used a bit more at the moment, as That sounded like Hanson went straight into a wall, but it seems like he's fine. Which is good for him. There's a contact. It did sound a bit strange. There's Lasse and Ennis continue to fight for P10 at the moment. That is a championship point. That could be important for them. As Lasse won originally until the stewards' decisions declared Cameron Don the winner, as ooh, that was almost Hanson reigned. So that is going to lose him a place to his teammate as well, as Mark's also got past Blake for 4th place in this race, and that is, I believe that is going to allow the Aston Martin to lead the charge again, but yeah, the front three are just in a world of their own here at the moment. As Adam Bradshaw sets the fastest lap of the race, he's picking up the pace a bit, which he's going to need after he did have that front wing change. He's going to be probably trying to go to the end on the hard tyres. As Ennis is back past Lasse there. And will lead ahead of the Ferrari once again. As there seems to have been a mistake from Cameron Don. And that's going to drop him behind both Harry and Linus. But he doesn't seem to have damage on the AlphaTauri. Maybe just a bit of loss of traction as Ennis is out of this race. And that's a full safety car. Right, so 6 laps in, and we've had our first one. Improvements, and it's not an absolute cluster of people, and I don't know what to look at. I can actually sort of break down what's going on in this race, which is good. As Harry goes to the pit lane, he's going to be bolting on the hards to the end. As Anson and Adam are also into the pit lane as well. Lasse 2, Champ's going to go for it as well. As Adam's going to go for mediums here, interestingly. Bit of a different choice for him. Well, we're going to have to wait probably until lap 8 to get this one restarted. So let's take a look at the position changes. Most someone's gone up to 4, which is Bradshaw from 15th on the grid. Ivanek and Blake are up 3, same with Lasse. As Harry down 4, but he is the lead runner, the lead driver of the run, of everyone who's pitted. That's what I was looking to try to say. And Champ and Mitch also down places. Mitch had that crash off the start finish. Actually, this could be a while waiting for Mitch. I didn't even realise how far he was behind. But yeah, not too much change compared to what we saw yesterday, where someone from like 15th was in like the top 5 already, and someone from the tops at the back, and it was all over the place. But yeah, double Aston Martin podium at the moment, but they are both going to have to pit at some point, so they'll be hoping maybe for another safety car. Yeah, probably. It'd probably be best for them, because otherwise everyone else can sort of go to the end. While everyone else behind will be hoping not for it. I went from 18th to 3rd. Yeah, it was crazy. You couldn't really predict who was going to be where pretty much for most of the race. I mean, I guess the positions didn't change too much when it was like the last 2 safety cars. It was a little less chaotic, mainly because there wasn't too many people left in the race, but you know. At least for now I'm able to keep up with what's going on here. But we'll see if that's going to change. Will Mitch catch? I don't know. Only 12 finish, yeah, out of what, 19 I think we had? I was 7 DNFs. That was a lot. There's always people in like pairs as well. Everyone just kept going into a wall with another person, which, yeah, not ideal. So we're going to have, if Mitch does catch, 17 laps. Hopefully he doesn't accidentally put it in the wall while trying to catch. Blake's doing well. Representing the F3 drivers. Could get himself a promotion up to F2, I think. Definitely on the cards. As he's showing his pace very well and consistent in F2. Or F3 even. And done well on reserving in F2, so you never know. But I think we're not going to be restarting because Mitch has... Oh no, we are, because the game doesn't care about Mitch. But yeah, I don't know how he's crashed on the safety car. That's not the smartest thing to have done. So, Linus is going to lead us away here off the safety car restart, ahead of Cameron and Marek. So, are we going to see a bit of team strategy from Aston Martin, maybe? I'm not sure. But when is Linus going to choose to restart the race? Just building it up slowly, and he's gone now. He's managed to get a good gap to Cameron Don as Blake is looking for the move on Marek already. But he's not going to go for it, as Harry is going to send one here. That's Ivanek running off the track. Oh! Harry's collected both Adam and Caleb there. That's not ideal. There's Roger well up to P8. Everyone sort of all grouped together a bit. There's Lasse now leads the charge of the drivers who have pitted. As Blake has dropped out the DRS at the front two already, who are off to try and escape and just build as much of a gap as possible. As Harry trying to make some amendments already. Someone who is on the move though is Lasse, up to P5 now in the Ferrari, and has Ivanek next in his sights. So we'll keep up to date with the Ferrari on those medium tyres. They'll go to the end, but they'll be a bit used. As Cameron close to the back of Linus, he's trying to set up a good exit, but gets on the power a bit too early, as we see Anson and Jan side by side, and Anson is going to take P6 in this race. Lasse is using all of his battery to go for this one on Marek, as we've also had a move for the race lead up ahead, and we also have that's Champ retiring in the pit lane, and Adam Mapage into the pits for a front wing change. As well, there's a change in, for the lead. Blake has managed to get back in the DRS, crucially for now, but he's going to need to keep in there for another lap. But I think Lasse might be here to do the job for him. There's Lasse, again, just making the most of those mediums and doing everything he can. As I think this is, oh, he's had a bit of a moment. Otherwise, I was going to say, I think this might be the place where he's going to go for a move, as Ivanek trying to track himself up to that DRS, but Lasse is almost pushing Blake along to get a move on. As the Ferrari is in a good position. Anson also quite close to the back of Ivanek here. As how close can he get? He's not going to be able to send it from there, realistically, as somebody might try sending it. Is Lasse Blake's not going to defend with the battery, and Lasse is going to put him on a tight line, and then swap very late over to the racing line, runs a bit deep into the corner doing so. That was interesting. Hansen seems to be having trouble with his gears there. That seemed a bit weird. Hopefully he's not getting any issues with his shifting or anything. As Lasse has dropped out of DRS, but he's also dropped Blake by almost a second, and he's now going to try get into the DRS at the front too. As Lasse seems to be a bit of a one for good fortune with strategies this season. He's playing his cards right with the strategy, which is what you need, realistically, as he is just about going to get in that DRS, and that's just going to help him even more now. He might need to deploy a bit to stay in. Yeah, he's just going to miss out here now, but I think next lap he'll probably be comfortably in. As again, Hansen close, but not really close enough. Vanek also putting pressure on Blake now, and I think he's going to go for the move on the hash driver. As Hansen isn't going to be anywhere near to really react to this, and Ivanek is going to move back up into 4th place for now, which is very nice indeed, as Caleb has picked up his second set of 3 seconds. I think it might be. As oh, that was a bad time to swap over to Lasse, as he's had a massive mistake there, which has cost him close to 2 seconds. And that is not ideal. At least his car's still on the track and not in the wall there. I commend him for that. So this is using a bit of the battery here, as Cameron is starting to build a bit of a gap at the front, away from the Aston Martin. With 3 DRS zones, Linus is going to be able to stick quite close. As Harry makes a move up into 8th, and we'll be going for Roger Ball next. However, Jan might have something to say about this and could try fight it back. I don't think he's going to into the final corner, and I also don't think Linus is going to try and get past Cameron here, as he's quite far behind. Jan is using the battery though. He's going to deploy to try and make a move on the Alpine of Harry. Harry's red light's flashing, meaning he's low on battery, and well, Jan will be aware of that, mate. As Lasse has got, well, 1.3 to gain. And oh, well, that's not how to gain 1.3. Yeah, that's not ideal at all. So, the front two, we've got a 3.5 second gap now. Back to Ivanek, who is swapping positions with Blake quite a lot this race. As there's a few cars just in the DRS train of this group as well, so it seems to be pretty much where the majority of everyone is at the moment. As Blake is going to go for the move. He's going to go for it on the outside. Ivanek braking earlier to get the DRS, and now he's going to focus on keeping himself as close as he can on the exit. Hansen's also going to put the battery on though, and he's going to go for an attack on both of them potentially here, as Ivanek is boxed in, And Anson will be trying for a move on the inside here. But he's not going to be able to get it, as Ivanek is going to be side by side, as... Ooh, Roger Wells had a spin. It seems. As Hansen 4/10 behind Blake now, as Ivanek losing out down to 5th at the moment. 2 places across the last lap, and well, being 3rd in the trade is not really where you want to be. It's not ideal, but with the amount of DRS zones there are at Jeddah, it's workable. As David says, Mitch can win from here. I mean, Mitch is what some would call a magician in certain scenarios. So, I mean, he quite possibly could do that. As Anson is going to look for the move on Blake, and it's going to be just around the outside, and he's going to be ahead by the break in. Blake is going to try to keep close. He might be able to have an attack on this straight with the DRS and the battery. And Blake actually goes to the pit lane, so he's going to be our first driver going in. He can make his front wheel disappear. I mean, yeah, probably. I wouldn't be surprised. I think he's still stayed out with the front wing damage the whole time. Here he is. I think he's just accepted that he's just driving around for fun this race. As Linus and Cameron still close here. Cameron just edging it out at the moment. As his yellow flags, that's Lassie, who, after being in a really good spot, has suffered a bit these past laps. Fun on a pad at Jeddah. It doesn't go together well, does it? So this is going to be right on the back of Cameron coming into turn 22. But he's not going to go for the move, and I don't think he's going to go for it into the final corner. He might try on the start finish straight though. He's just keeping Cameron company, and I'm sure one of these two will probably pit sometime. About May maybe? Or maybe in a lap or two. And this is not going to go for the undercut yet. So we are going to have to wait another lap for that, as Ivanek is going to go into the pits, meaning Harry Wales can get on his way and continue to try and build up as much of a gap as possible, as the likes of Blake, Cameron, Linus are all going to be on the charge late into this race, as there's a retirement of Caleb, which is not going to bring out a safety car. Oh, he's completely stacked it into that wall, which isn't ideal. As Harry's also picked up a 3-second time penalty there, and that's probably another warning to go with it. Purple sector though, so I mean, was it worth it? I guess he can determine that one himself, as Linus is still just keeping the battery saved, which is very... he's managing it very well, and that's going to be important in this race. Cameron is down to about 50%. He's going to be able to recharge a bit in the pit lane, but Linus just has the ability to just stay with Cameron, which is important, and he knows he can use a bit more now because he'll regenerate in the pitch. He could also go for an undercut here, could try an overcut, he could try many different things with the extra battery he's got stocked up, as neither of them are deciding to pit yet. It's giving it a big boost to the battery, making sure Cameron's not going to get too far away. He's made a mistake, and that's going to allow the Aston Martin to just stick right close to him here, which is going to be important, as Jan looking for a move on Ivanek. Ivanek's probably just about getting the tyres heated up now, and that's going to invite the McLaren to go for it. shall we say, but he's not going to be able to in the DRS. It's not too powerful, didn't decide to use battery either. Yeah, I think Linus is just happy to sit behind Cameron here. I think in the position he is, he's happy to just keep doing what he's doing. There's a bit of a tap on the wall. I think he's all good though. As Cameron's staying to 36% on the battery with 8 laps to go here. And you've got to think they're probably going to softs now at this rate, it feels like, because they're still not in. And softs can do, I mean, quite a bit here to be fair, whereas Harry looking for a move maybe here. He's just going to wait till the main straight is. Will either of them pit now? It looks like they're both going straight in, and they are. So, just deciding to mimic his compatriot he's fighting for the win with, as Harry Wells is going to lead this race here around Jeddah, ahead of Anson, and he's now got the job of building a 3-second gap to Anson. So we'll see how well he can succeed with that. As out of the pit lane, these two are going to come out just in front of Lasse, both on soft tyres. So let's see how fast these two can catch up, because they're going to be on a charge, and they're going to be very fast here. The question is how fast. As they've got to catch. Yeah, I'll take a look at the gap. 12 seconds to Harry. I'd say technically 8.9 because obviously Harry's got the track limits penalty. But if they want to beat Anson, they do actually have to catch like 11.3, so they are going to have to get a move on. And also not pick up warnings themselves. As there's a bit of a tap on the wall again. I think he'll be able to get away with that one though. As Anson is actually quite close to Harry here. You can also see that the Alpine is flashing, showing that he's not got much battery left. So Anson might try the move into turn 1 here, and he's going to go for it. And they're going to be side by side here, and Harry's going to keep the position. As Cameron and Linus have now caught up to Adam Bradshaw, who they're going to have to try and manoeuvre their way around. Adam obviously going for the strategy of staying out for a long time. As Cameron's just going to essentially get held here in sector 1, as he's not really he can't really make a move. But he might try into turn 13. I don't think he's going to be close enough to try it. And the answer is no, he's not. Yes. Linus just keeping within range. As Cameron, again, he's not going to be able to go through the for the move in 17 and 18. But he is going to be able to go for it now, but Linus is going to be close to him. And he's not going to wait around, I don't think. Getting the move done himself, as he's not going to send it then the inside into 22, but I think he's just going to use the superior grip and a bit of his battery to go for it now. Side by side, Linus is going to get that move done on Adam Bradshaw for P4 in this race. And well, he's just going to continue to follow Cameron forward now, as they have about 8 seconds to gain in 5 laps. And pass this lap of 31.2. That's a bit of a mistake from Linus. He might have picked up a warning there as well, which is not ideal. But he's going to have to put a bit of work in to stay in the DRS now. He's going to have a stellar sector 1. As Cameron Don's going to be the one to pick up a time penalty, which could be crucial. That could be very crucial. Although the gap to lead's already down to 7.5, so they're definitely going to get that. But can Anson do the justice on penalties? Obviously, Linus doesn't have one, but Linus is also like my DRS. And that is going to hinder the Aston Martin here. He's just about going to get it here, but he's not got much of his battery left now, neither does Cameron, who still continues to deploy, both of them running on empty. Anson has quite a lot, Harry doesn't have much, but I think Anson knows his fight's more with the charging AlphaTauri and Aston Martin, who are on the way. Cameron sets the fastest lap here. And continues to close that gap quite a lot as Anson just dropping out of DRS here with Harry. And he just needs to focus on not picking up a penalty. And I think within about 2 laps, Cameron and Linus will be arriving. So that's going to be important to watch out for. As on the straights here, well, Cameron can't really catch up to the cars in front that much, as well, Anson's going to have DRS pretty much most of the time, and Harry's sort of just dragging Anson along. But I mean, Harry doesn't have DRS himself, so they can only really go as fast as Harry. But if Harry starts getting under pressure from Anson, which he is, and Anson is going to go for the move now, so that's going to change our race leader on track here. As Anson is going to get on the move in first place now. And that gives us something new to consider, as we have just a few laps remaining here. Harry's still close to the back of Anson, but he hasn't got too many resources to attack with. Same with these two though. They've spent a lot of their resources getting past Adam Bradshaw, and then Cameron's used his trying to break away from Linus, and Linus is having to use just to stay with Cameron, so they're sort of messing each other up. And one thing to consider is the softs will start to degrade at some point. As we're going to have 3 laps left the next time we make it to the line. Will the softs even catch, is the question. I'm not sure they will. We'll just have to see, as Harry is going to go for the move back on Anson, I think. It does look like it. As off goes the Alpine. Anson's going to brake later though, and this is going to help the two behind, but Anson's going to come out on top, and well, the gap's now down to 2 seconds. So I think we are going to see these two arrive pretty much on the final lap, as the gap is a 10th. Linus has also got 3 seconds, and Harry's picked up another 3. That's important. Harry's now up to 6. Anson has nothing. And he just needs to keep it that way. As Cameron's going to be 4 tenths outside of DRS here. But 4 tenths is not close enough, as this is going to give us one way to win the race. There's Cameron 2 tenths behind. Can he get it through 22 here? The answer is no, he's not going to be able to. As we're going to have 2 laps to go, as we will be crossing the line shortly. And will Harry go on the attack again? He's going to try, but Cameron is knocking on the door of DRS now, so that's something that's going to have to be considered, as Linus is actually past Cameron. So he wants to lead this charge up to the cars in front, as Bradshaw goes into the pit lane for a set of softs. Maybe he felt he was going to lose all those positions anyways, as Cameron has spun it round, and that's going to stop him from being in this charge here. And that's also going to put him under pressure from the cars behind to potentially lose even more places in the Alpha Tower here, as Blake is only 1.6 behind him there. As Harry right on the back of Anson, and he's putting in a very good effort at the moment. Linus not too far behind either, although, so my question is, who's going to win this on track? I think Anson, as long as he can just keep it clean for the final lap of this race, will win on penalty, but Linus is going to go for the attack here now, and he's going to be leading this race most likely coming into the final corner, as he's going to make sure to get that DRS. And here we go, down the start finish straight we go to start the final lap here, as Cameron, I think, has another spin, it's down to 7th, as Linus around the outside, and it's going to be close. Oi, that was close. Oh, and that's Linus into the ball. Anson's going, but he's got damage. Harry's now on the breakaway. What has happened there? That's just all gone to chaos. And well, that's going to be reported, I'll tell you that. Well, Anson just needs to not lose 3 seconds, but he's struggling a lot here, and that's 2.5 now, as Harry's going to be doing whatever he can here. He needs to just get every corner perfect if he wants a chance, as Anson's off track. That's going to increase the gap up to about 4 seconds, it seems. But I don't think it's going to be enough here, as Harry does reign the final corner in the Alpine. He's going to win it on the track, but it's going to be Anson who's going to take the win here, as Lassay's also retired, and that's Ivanek ending his race at a wall, which isn't ideal. As Adam Bradshaw on the charge on softs at the end is going to pick up a P7 out of this race. And also gets fastest lap, but that could be beaten by Roger Wallace. There's a Lassay beached in the wall. How has he done that? Are we going to get to see? I bet you it despawns now, so I don't really get to see it. Or is he not? Yep, of course. So predictable. As Lapage, yeah, he's got damage. He's put it in a wall while going for fastest lap. And Roswell does not beat the fastest lap. Lapage isn't either. And Mitch is going to grab a point. Anyways, I've been muting a lot this stream, so there won't be any interviews because I'm just repeatedly coughing, which isn't fun. But I'll be fine. So, that was a race. Whew. Well, here you go then. Here's your results. Just wait for the penalties to swap over. We'll also grab a race director in case anyone needs it, or penalty removals, etc. etc. And yeah, that's going to be all from me. So, thank you all for watching this stream. I'm going to go sit and cough for another few hours. Next week we are heading to Portimao to start the European section of the calendar. So I'm sure that's going to be another interesting race, as well, we'll see you all next